Are you starting to counter in your head on this Ray Allen record?
I mean, I know what the situation is. Yeah.
Are you like hitting them tonight, like 18 or what?
No, not like that. Not like that. Just always just play your game. I obviously know closing in, but try not to let it creep into how you play. Just enjoy the journey to get there because it does mean a lot to me as I do get closer.
I was going to ask you, what does this record mean to you? I mean, you've broken plenty in your career, and this one does seem special.
I'll talk about it when it happens.
All right.
You're going to make me cry up here, bro.
Really?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Steve predicted you'll shoot a lot against Portland with that record coming up. He also said that you are the perfect mix of humility and arrogance, that you know how good you are, but you're a good teammate as well. What does that mean to you?
I work hard to, try to have success, put myself in position to have success and confidence in my game and how I play. And all that goes into it. With that confidence does come, creativity and ability to go out and stretch your imagination for what's possible out there. And honestly, I just love what I do. So there's always joy that comes with it. And how it comes off in terms of the arrogance part is the ability to try stuff that, I never really thought was possible when I first got into this kind of, into the league, even playing basketball in general. So I gotta just stay in the moment and enjoy what I do. That's the gas in the tank always. And hopefully that continues for a long time.
Do you think there's a time and a place for arrogance? And would you even use that word to describe yourself?
Nah, but I understand what he's saying. It's ultimate confidence for me. And you have to deserve and earn that confidence with the work that you put in. And anybody that knows what work that goes into it behind the scenes and summers and year after year after year, that's where it comes from.
Speaking of stretching the limits, do you think that it's possible to do this thing on Wednesday?
Anything is possible. What is it, 15? That's funny because I know what that means if Clay's record and all that too. So we will see.
So Steph, now knowing that, does that mean you're gunning for it now?
If you've seen the way I've played, especially recently, I'm just not shy about shooting the ball. So the game will dictate what that looks like. I'm not coming out with that as a true goal of how I'll play, but crazier things have happened.
Just about Andrew, the 8 threes, and he's a little under 42% from three for the season. What have you noticed about the work he's put in and just why he's sort of exploded with the 3-point shot?
I think it's a combination of the work he's put in. Like I said, the same thing kind of I just explained. You have a confidence that comes with that, knowing he can shoot the ball. He's an amazing scorer. When he has his mind made up about what he does when he gets the ball, whether that's shooting or driving, good things happen. It's also another year of being in our system and understanding where his shots are going to come from. And, you get rid of that hesitation or second guessing, what you should do with just the amount of reps that he's gotten over the last, year and a half. So that's a big part of it too. I understand he's part of what we do. He's got an extremely important role for us to win on both ends of the floor. How teams defend us, there's going to be a great ball movement and open shots, and you got to be able to knock them down, and he's doing that at a high level. So I love seeing him have fun tonight. when's the last time you see him shoot, that many threes in a row with that kind of confidence? That was big.
Steph, what do you remember about watching Ray Allen's game and what he was able to do, becoming a 3-point star, and what that meant for basketball and what that meant for what you're doing today?
I mean, he was, I guess his journey was interesting because he was such an athlete. He dunk on you, he drive, he could shoot the three, but it wasn't really, from what I remember, it wasn't like a huge part of his game because he could do so many other things. And as it evolved, he adapted and made it, more of a feature to space in the floor and being able to make that transition to Boston when he did, and help that team win a championship, and obviously in Miami as well. So I think the different iterations of his game throughout his career is pretty impressive, but also the work that he put in, this common theme. As you saw, he used to show up to the arena 3 hours early on the court, get shots up when there was nobody in there. And he had a very specific routine that he stuck to. And I learned a lot from that. I got to see him in Milwaukee when I was 10 years old and do shoot-arounds with him and my dad. My brother was out there, and the coach would let us be a part of drills and stuff like that. So I always just got inspired by, shooting the ball at a high level. And you see my dad and Ray Allen shooting it, right in front of you. It's a pretty cool sight. So I try to hold my own too.
He thinks the world of you and what you've done. I mean, does that mean a lot to you? And he's credited the way you work.
Yeah, I just like the fact that he complimented my golf game more than
that too.
More than basketball. Basketball is cool. Everybody talks about that. The fact that I can beat him in golf, that's even better.
Stephen, in best case scenario, would you prefer to do the record at home, or how much does it matter to you? How much would it matter to you if it were to happen, long shot?
It is the weirdest thing to be like picky about breaking a record like that. So I have thought about it. Obviously, it'd be nice to have a home crowd and feel that energy. I feel like it'll be special no matter what, because I'll make it special. It'll be an amazing, experience for me and my teammates and all that. But we'll see. Man, everybody had predictions, I think, going into the year based on the numbers and all that. So we'll see where it goes.
What would be more fun if it were to happen? Breaking Ray's record or breaking Clay's record?
Ooh, no, Ray's that's a body of work over, a career, that longevity, volume, accuracy, all that stuff that goes into it. 1A and 1B. Let's put it that way.
This is taking you off topic a little bit. Obviously, there's so much good going on for you guys, but James still has not yet been cleared for scrimmages. What are you seeing with him behind the scenes, kind of having to watch all this as his career is still kind of sitting in pause mode?
He's engaged. He's been present in film sessions, practices, and balancing that with his rehab and the amount of hours he's put in. So he's working. I think he's staying engaged mentally and physically. It's a tough break, and we talked about it a lot last year with strides he was making, injury. He come back, and then the one that he's still dealing with, it took him out the rest of the season. So we understand the big picture. He's got a long career ahead of him, and you can't rush any situation that's going to put him in jeopardy of just, being able to play consistently whenever that time is right. But in the meantime, everybody's talking to him, trying to make sure he understands the system, and is just present for all the teaching moments that our coaching staff's done an amazing job this year with our young guys, so that he can get the mental reps, and then when he's ready to play, hopefully he can apply that in real time. But I think the biggest thing is don't put too much pressure on himself. Just get healthy first. Make that the priority, and then the rest will take care of itself.
All right, two more. One for Ron, then one on Zoom for Joe.
Steph, have you allowed yourself to think about what it would be like to break the record on the road? And I ask that because, I mean, obviously statistically, it seems that's likely now, 5 road games after Wednesday, but also you've had a unique experience in road games, you know, fans chanting MVP. I mean, that doesn't usually happen for a visiting player. If you break it in Philly or Indy or New York, what do you think that'll be like?
I don't know. I kind of like that, just the anticipation of what that could mean. I remember watching Ray break Reggie's record, and it was in Boston, and Reggie was on the sideline doing the call, and it was such a just dope moment. He hit it, and there was a possession or two, and a foul, and he walked over and gave Reggie a hug during the free throw, and then the next time out, he went back over there and said something to him. I remember watching on TV and just feeling the energy in there. So I think any basketball fan will appreciate when it happens, no matter where it is. History is kind of made, but I like the anticipation of just, again, being in the moment and enjoying, all that's gone into it.
All right, one on Zoom for Joe. Go ahead.
Hey, Steph. I remember you guys running like a play to start the second half where you went on some kind of a hammer or flare screen. You got so wide open that you took a rhythm dribble, but you missed it. Are you surprised sometimes at how open you are, considering how teams usually defend you tightly, that you just hesitate for a bit, and that hesitation, that rhythm dribble, it makes you miss that shot?
Yeah, I mean, open shots are weird because it does affect your timing when you're surprised how open you are. And that was even tougher because it was first possession out of halftime and first touch. So it almost went in. Why are you being so hard on me, man? God dang. It's in and out. It was right there. I set the bar so high. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Steph.